Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Chi with Divine Vibrations with Chi. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. I am a little bit later than I normally would because I was out having fun with my kids and seeing family that was a little bit of ways away today. So just flipping the script a little bit and doing things a little bit different. So the reason I am actually a little bit late is I didn't want to not do the My Soul Challenge for the week, as I always do it on Tuesday, as today is the day that the challenge flips to the new week. And I didn't want to stay off track. I wanted to commit to that. And so here I am. So I am going to do the My Soul Challenge. And for those of you who catch the video at a later date, you can see previous week's videos. You can hop onto the challenge yourself if you don't want to buy the cards. But the program is the My Soul Challenge by Dr. Renee Purdy. And it's just weekly challenges that focus on, self-care, relationships, bettering yourself, and why the heck not? So I love it. And just last week's challenge was that you make goals, right? Let's see if I can load them up. And card. Oh, I already moved forward. All right. Well, last week's challenge, if you go back to last week's video, it's week 5. It talks about like setting goals and writing them down and affirming yourself, right? Like, because you can want anything in life. You can. We all want things. We all want our situation to change. We want a different life, a different partner, a different career, a different home. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. The challenge is that how do you get those things, and how do you get in the vibration of aligning yourself with those aspirations, but also staying on task, right? And so a lot of times, we as human beings, we want stuff, but we don't always put processes or actions in place, or even start with the thought and going beyond just it being a fleeting thought, right? Like a fleeting moment where we're like, oh, I want that. But what are you going to do to get that, right? It's very rare and pretty serendipitous that it just drops in your lap. Now, it can drop in your lap if you align yourself with the vibration of the universe. But that does take work even to make that drop in your lap. It is not just a world where we can just wish and I dream of Jeannie, it's here. There are some pretty powerful manifestors, and I am a pretty powerful manifester. And a story about that is like, so that was like 2014. Yeah, 2014. I was in a very, very tough spot in my life. And unfortunately, I found myself, oh, that's the one. It just popped right out. So that's what I'm going to take here. I'm going to pick it up in just a second. The one the universe wants us to have. In 2014, I was in a really tough spot in my life, right? And I found myself in a relationship that was struggling, and I was at a job that I wasn't exactly doing well enough that I enjoyed the job. It wasn't bad. I had great coworkers, and I still have them as friends. So it wasn't like I hated the job, but I didn't get to see my kids very much, and I had just had a baby a year before, and I wasn't getting to spend as much time as I wanted to with my kids. And my kids are super important, as they probably are to a lot of you guys that have children. They are your pride and joy, your love, and you want to spend time with them and not let life just go fleeting by, and enjoy the moment, the now, right? Because they're only going to be 1 year old for 1 year. They're only going to be 2 years old at their 2 years, and after that, it's gone. So I kind of felt that. And then on top of that, I was in a relationship with my kids' dad that was super negative relationship, very dysfunctional, very straining on me. It was just not a good place to be. It was a bad place. And I ended up finding myself in a situation where I had to move back in with my mom. And I didn't want to do that. I did not want to live with my mother. And I don't think there's a lot of people that really enjoy that after having your independence to move back in with a parent. It's a super tough choice. And in a lot of ways, it's a dynamic that most of us don't want to enter into, right? And then being a parent and then also having a spouse, and it was a tough choice. And I remember saying to my ex that I needed to find certain specs for a place. And I needed to be able to get this place within my income. And so I laid out that I needed this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, it had to have these amenities, and I needed to be within this dollar range, right? So I defined what I wanted. And I remember my ex was like, "You're never going to find that." It was Portland, and the housing market had crashed, in 2012, and wasn't doing well. The economy was struggling. Rental rates were just through the roof and going through the roof. Being able to own a house was almost nearly impossible because so many people were fighting back from the recession that happened between 2008 and 2012. And I just remember my ex, who was super negative, was like, "You're never going to find that. You're never going to find that." And I'm like, "No, I am. I'm going to find exactly what I'm looking for. Watch me." And that belief, I worked for it. I was still working. I was still looking. But believe it or not, like 2 weeks later, I found it. The perfect place, the perfect rental with every bit of my specs that I asked for and then some. And guess what? It was in my price range. Exactly. So what I had done is I put a list out to the universe, and then I trusted the universe that it would deliver, and I continued to keep that positive vibration that it would deliver. The universe wants me to be happy and wants me to succeed. And by putting that positive vibration out there and then doing my work, which was what? Doing the research, going out and looking at different places, calling around and checking ads daily, going to work, doing my stuff, doing my things, and having the faith that not only did I put a request out to the universe, but that it would be delivered, and then continue to do my work that I needed to do without any doubt that it was coming. 2 weeks later, the perfect place. And I ended up living in that place for 3 years. And it was an amazing place. It wasn't perfect as far as we eventually outgrew it. You never stay in everything forever. You're always transitioning. And that's the thing we got to remember is if you're willing to transition, nothing is a disappointment. Nothing. And if you're willing to have faith and put that positiveness out into the universe, it will come to you. My ex, who was super negative, was like, whatever. And we were actually splitting up at the time and not in a really good place, right? And he didn't want to admit it, but I got it. All of my specs. I wanted a dishwasher. I wanted a laundry room inside the unit. I wanted, 3 bedrooms. I wanted it to have a yard. I wanted it to be this, that, and the other. And it was, and it totally was. And it was a great place for 3 years. And that is proof right there that if you trust in the universe and you do your part, what's meant to happen is going to happen. But more importantly, the universe does want you to win more than it wants you to lose. If you actually can believe that, you will be like 1,000 steps ahead out of anybody else. Keep those positive vibrations because they will win out in the end. So one thing I do is I fill out a gratitude journal every day. Every day, I write down things that I am grateful for, every day. I try not to miss. Every once in a while I might, but I try to. Every first thing in the morning is I try to fill out a gratitude journal. If it's even 3 things that you are grateful for, that vibration is the vibration of the universe. Not just having faith, but gratitude for what you already have. I was grateful that I was living at my mom's house and I had a roof over my head. I was grateful that I had a job at the time that could allow me to be able to afford that apartment. I was grateful that I had my children. And yes, I had needs. And yes, I had wants. And yes, I had future desires. But I was already grateful. And when you're already grateful, that vibration, the universe senses that vibration and then amplifies it and says, yeah, you know what? They are grateful. They can handle more things to be grateful for. So that one. And the second one is part of manifesting is writing it down. I do a lot of I am manifestation mantras. I am this, I am that. It's whatever I feel I am. So I write down not only my ideas and my dreams and my, poems, things that get to me. I have a journal. This is my journal. And I write down I am phrases and my ideas, what I want for the future for myself. That is also tuning in with the vibration of the universe. The universe senses that you really do want it because you're taking the time to put it down, to actually write it out, draw a picture. That is telling the universe you are committed to that. That's something you really want to create. And then the last thing is like I said, I write manifestations, but I actually changed up on manifestations. I used to, my I am phrases and my mantras and I mantra what I want. And I was writing it, in regular paper. And then I just all of a sudden one day got an idea that I'm going to write it in color. Why? Because we're in living color, right? Like, why not? Rainbows are lucky. Well, what do you find at the end of a rainbow? A pot of gold. So I decided I wanted to write my things that I wanted to manifest my I am mantras in living color. And oddly enough, by changing each one to a different color, it just raised my vibration with every sentence I wrote and reinforced it even more. So, just a few tips that help with manifesting your dreams, your ideas, your goals. And that was last week's soul challenge, is to write it down and to write down goals, to write down what you wanted, to really try to manifest by working on things in a actualization type of technique. So this week's is let your smile change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. And that's by an unknown author. And that is true, right? Like, honestly, that's also the universe. Good things come to people that smile a lot. And when you're smiling, the whole world smiles at you, you know? But when you're frowning, nobody wants to be around. Everybody's like, peace out. And it's true. Nobody wants to be around a grumpy person. So even though it can be hard sometimes, and it doesn't mean that, every moment you have to smile and have a fake grin on your face. That's not real, right? It's not a real vibration. It's okay to feel real emotions and be upset and be angry or be disappointed or not be happy or feel pain. Those are all real emotions. But it's super important to smile. Have you ever had, I don't know, everybody's probably, maybe most people has heard this term RBF, right? Resting face. And for those of you who don't know, it's female dog. And it's somebody that just doesn't smile. They always look like they're pissed off. And some people say that they can't even help it, that they feel that way. But I feel like if we all worked at smiling, just that vibration of, if someone was to look at you, it is much better to see another face smiling back at you. And it is much more friendly. And it's a feeling and a vibration that is such a higher vibration than if you were to look at somebody and have them just scowl at you, right? Or stare at you in a mean way. Nobody likes that. So let your smile change the world. Don't let the world change your smile. That is awesome. I love it. So let's see what the challenge is for the week, and let's see what this scan says. Let's see here. All right. Start your 7-day challenge. Boop, boop, boop. All right. It says, smile and acknowledge the people who cross your path. What did I just say? Universe, I love you. It says, smiling is contagious and it actually increases happiness by boosting serotonin levels, aka our happy neurotransmitters. Smile every time you think of it. Look up and smile at others to make them smile too. And make your community a happier, friendlier place. The challenge inspiration is smile and make eye contact with the people you cross on the street. I love doing that. And it's amazing the reactions you get from other people when you smile at them for absolutely no reason other than you're freaking happy. It actually makes them happy too. And I've gotten some pretty amazing comments from other people, just friendliness. And I just love that. Take the time to say hi to your coworkers when you get to your office. Keep your head up high and your smile wide. Suggested daily task. Smile as often as you can today. Keep your head up and smile at others. Smile as you work or do chores or tasks. Smile at others. See if they smile back. That works. Keep your head up and show the world you are beautiful. Keep showing your beautiful smile today and create your own task based on this challenge. So that's pretty awesome, and I love it. And I'm going to claim that task for today. I love smiling. I hope that you can keep smiling even when life is getting you down and there might be a challenge and there might be a tough road ahead. It is super important. Nobody likes a negative person. Nobody likes a scowly, frowny person. And it's not even about liking. It's you like yourself better when you can look in the mirror and you're smiling, you know? Come on, you guys know this. You know this. Like when you are smiling, it is a good feeling. And whether it's involuntary, whether it's because something happened, and whether it's something that's maybe not going your way, laughing and smiling at something and finding the positive really helps to change your vibration and keep you on a much more positive path. So let's pick an affirmation for today and let's see what it says. Let's see, which one do you want? Oh, that one. That one. I am loved because I exist. Yep. Nothing is by accident. And I truly believe that this world is a manifestation of love. Creation is a manifestation of love. So you are a wonderful being. I am a wonderful being. I hope that you can smile today. I hope that I brought a smile to your face today and you have a wonderful day. Namaste.